Hey, this is our thoughts on Transformers 1. Go watch the breakdown. Thank you for clicking on this video. With that, at the end of like the main movie, before the credits roll, you get Optimus Prime doing like his monologue, which he always does at the end of the movies.
Yes.
Which he always does. Does Chris Hemsworth's voice change? Because that's what I thought, and they kind of morphed it.
It does.
Morphed it into it.
But I'll speak
who's
on
the
that.
main actor?
Like for Optimus?
For Optimus, yeah.
Peter Cullen.
Yeah.
Peter Cullen. The GOAT, by the way. Anyways, yeah, so I'll get into that when I talk about the voice actors. So I've got two main problems with this movie. The only two bad things about this movie is that it's
For
not,
a hardcore fan.
that it's
this
not
is like
long enough,
Oh yeah?
and the marketing was ass.
Ooh. You think it was? I saw a lot for this movie.
I
Really?
saw the first trailer. Like when the first trailer
Oh,
dropped
really?
and they announced it, they marketed it as a kids movie.
They
didn't
threw
market
Chris
it
Hemsworth
towards-
everywhere.
They did.
If you
they
didn't
did.
see him, that might be on you. Because
Well, no,
Hemsworth
I knew
was
Chris
everywhere.
Hemsworth was in this. That's
Yeah,
one
but he
of the
was
things
promoting this movie.
that's one of the things that threw me off. I'm not gonna lie, because
Mm-hmm.
what I thought was gonna happen, and I'll go ahead and segue into the voice actor portion of this.
Yeah.
Phenomenal, all around the board.
Oh, yeah.
There was not one bad voice actor in this movie. You
Mhm.
know, Chris Hemsworth did good. Brian Tyree Henry, Josh Cooley, John Hamm, Steve
Buscemi.
Buscemi,
Scarlett Johansson.
Johansson,
Who was like
Keegan-Michael
not in it a
Key.
lot. They kind of underused her, but that's my
Yeah,
opinion.
she was just like a supporting character, but they all did fantastic, by the way.
Yeah.
Brian Tyree Henry did phenomenal, showing the kind of descent in just the voice tone of D16 to Megatron. That was very profound, and I like I said, one of the big things that threw me off about this movie is that Chris Hemsworth, who is, you know, not traditionally very
No.
deep voiced.
No,
Well,
it's not.
Not
He's
really,
not.
but
He's not Optimus Prime level of
he's
a
no
voice actor.
Look, I'll say that was a fault on my behalf.
Mhm.
I looked at it and I was like, he's no Peter Cullen,
No,
which he's not. But I'm glad that he's not.
no, because you need a younger younger Optimus?
Well, this is a younger Optimus. This is before he was Optimus.
Mhm.
And I think that's shown very clearly. And I like how Hemsworth, throughout the entire movie, not once does he try to directly imitate Peter Cullen. That's
Except
what
at the end.
That's what I.
Except
thought
at
was
that
gonna
end
happen.
part. I don't know
Well,
if that's
He didn't really imitate
Chris
him
doing
there.
that.
He kind of. He.
Or that's just
I don't want to say
editing.
he imitated him, but he brought in aspects of Culling's voice as.
Mhm.
So they go through 3 stages in the movie, where the first stage is like the minor bots with no cogs.
Yeah.
Then they get cogs, and they're kind of bigger, more mature, and then Optimus gets the Matrix, and he turns into Optimus Prime.
Mhm.
And each time he shifts, you hear a shift in Chris's voice, and he gets a
Mhm.
little deeper each time until he's almost at that Peter Cullen level.
Yeah.
Which I thought he was just going to try and imitate him throughout the entire movie. That's one of the things that
No.
threw me off. But I have learned that he did study Peter Cullen's work and talk with him a few times. So
Yeah.
outstanding job around the board. I think
Mhm.
the only animated movie that I've seen recently that rivals the voice acting in this is Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse, yeah. I don't think it's on par with Spider-Verse because Spider-Verse is just a different breed.
It's almost. It's right
is.
there. It's right there. As far as the animation, though, I would say that
Mhm.
the animation is on par.
It's on par.
I love
The city
animation
looks
of
so
this.
good.
I love that we're getting to see Cybertron. We've never seen
Yes.
Cybertron.
Yeah, because this movie
Alive.
does something that the Bay movies did, or the newer. We'll talk about where this lines up in the timeline of Transformers, but it shows before the Cybertron, the Transformers are on Earth. It doesn't show Earth at all. It doesn't
I
even
like that.
reference. Yes.
We don't need to see Earth in this.
No.
We need this to just be a trilogy of the war. for
Has the Primes, which is as a common like a normie, did not know they existed. This is like my first time I knew of them, which is really cool.
By the way, the primes change. Sometimes, sometimes there's only 12, and then the 13th prime is actually Optimus, but not yet. It's a little weird. I like though that for this movie they had a clear defined 13. Like they had names for all 13, they had designs for all 13. Like they didn't leave it up to the imagination.
No.
They went all out. And that's something else. You know, the world building was phenomenal. The voice acting was phenomenal. The story itself was amazing. The character designs are on another level.
Yeah. Yeah. Overall, really good movie.
It's just a really good movie.
It's good for like, because it really shows, if you don't want to read the comics or something, how the fight, like the Civil War started. Like it's like a prequel to the Civil War, because we don't see any of that in any Transformers movies before.
We see a little bit of it in Bumblebee from 2018 in the very beginning.
Yeah. Where
it's the end of the war and where they're leaving. Which, by the way, we will need to touch on that. And how it connects. The CEO of Paramount is a fucking idiot. I'm just gonna say that.
Like a lot of big company CEOs.
But he is on another level of stupidity. When I tell you this man is ignorant and just money hungry, I'm telling you this man has he cannot read the room. Now, picking up where we left off, the CEO is just dumb. So if you guys don't know, Bumblebee, the 2018 Bumblebee and the I forgot what year it came out, 2023 Rise of the Beasts movie.
2022. I don't know.
2022 or 2023. I'm pretty sure it came out last year. But
those are all in the same universe. They're the same timeline.
They're
different from the Michael Bay movies.
It was a reboot. The Bumblebee movie was originally intended to be a movie about Bumblebee during World War II.
Okay.
Fun fact.
Yeah.
But after
didn't they hint that in the movie?
In the last night they did. That was supposed to be kind of like a setup for the Bumblebee movie, but after that, kind of just bombed. They scrapped that. They said, let's just make this a reboot. So they did. They rebooted it, and Bumblebee was amazing. Rise of the Beasts I liked, but it
really Bumblebee. You like Bumblebee?
Oh, I loved Bumblebee. Bumblebee is one of the strongest live action movies. Rise of the Beasts is good. They don't have the overcomplicated designs of the Bayverse, but
no,
it's still a little clunky. Especially the villains and the end battles, they're so bland. It's just a bunch of gray. But regardless, so the
Transformers 1 doesn't link into these three. And with what did the Paramount owner do?
So the Paramount CEO, and I guess in attempts not to lose the Michael Bay fans, tried to say that the Bumblebee movie and Rise of the Beasts were in that same continuity, which
that's what I thought. That's what I heard.
So he said that. And then they came out and said that this was a prequel, but they said that it was its own thing, which I would be fine with, honestly, if this was its own universe. And then the CEO
because if they make this their own universe, we could just keep it with the animation, and you could just go forward with that.
Yeah, even if they have a trilogy on this, and they have the war, and then that leads into the beginning of Bumblebee, where we see the end of the war, that's fine. But the Paramount CEO came out and was like, yeah, this comes before the Michael Bay movies.
How?
Look me in my eyes and tell me how you think that's fucking believable. First off, Sentinel is red, and he is wearing so in Dark of the Moon, when Sentinel's getting his shit rocked at the end of the movie, and you see like the kind of horn pieces that he has, that Optimus has, it was a helmet. Whereas Optimus's are part of his body. That's kind of how it again shows he's a false prime. But different color scheme, different design, not as evil.
No.
But anyways, I do think that this could tie into the Rise of the Beasts Bumblebee type
and Bumblebee.
area.
It's not confirmed that it's the same universe
No.
timeline.
Not
It's
yet.
not.
At least I'm not taking the word of the CEO. I don't care what he says. It's not
No.
canon in my head. But it could, because we don't know anything about the Sentinel of that universe.
No.
As far as I know, the character designs line up completely. I think Bumblebee's alt mode is the same one, and Optimus is the same one that we see here. We see a lot of the original,
because
G1
Transformers,
designs.
if you don't, is like DC, Marvel has multiverses, is a lot of universes, different universes. So
Yeah, well, it doesn't necessarily.
did they just incorporate that because of like the Michael Bay stuff, or is that
No, well, it's always had different continuities. It's just never been I don't think it's ever been a multiversal thing. There's never been crossovers. That's just not really
not
part
that,
of that.
but just there's multiple universes.
Well, yeah, there's different continuities depending on what comic run you have, or what comic run you're reading, or the different films or TV shows that you're watching.
Yeah,
Like there are several different incarnations.
Yeah.
I think I'm saying that wrong. You guys will get that a lot from me.
yeah.
But it really just depends on what comic you're reading or what media you're consuming. But this one looks like it could very nicely tie into Bumblebee.
Yeah.
It could tie, and therefore the Rise of the Beasts and the trilogy that they're doing with that.
They are making that.
Mm-hmm.
So with Transformers going, are they? Because I think they should just stick, which I think a lot of franchises should do, in my opinion, because it's very better than live action, because you can do way more with animation. They should probably just stick to the animation right here. First of all, it gets a younger generation.
See, the problem with that, at least as far as Transformers 1 is considered, is that this movie is flopping.
What?
It just broke even at the box office. And
for what, 3 weeks?
No, opening weekend, or however amount of money it's making, it has just broken even in the box office, which is crazy. Because it's such a good movie, but nobody's going to see it because they all thought it was a kids movie, which ties into the marketing. This is how
that is okay. That is bad.
Yeah, this is
it's 73 mil right now, which is
how much did it cost to make?
That's what I'm looking. Just because, like, I've seen mixed, Transformers 1. That's just the regular Transformers, but... Sorry. Did not know we were going in the box office. 75. So it hasn't even broke.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so it hasn't even breaking box office. And it's only because of the marketing. Because it was marketed as a kids movie. There was none. They didn't market the darker tones to this movie and the just they didn't market any of that. Like I said, I wasn't planning on going and watching this movie. Like I saw the first few trailers and I was like, it looks like a kids movie. And then I saw a YouTube video that was a spoiler-free kind of review, and it was like, no, this movie is really good. They all do fantastic jobs. It's not just a kids movie.
No.
And so, like, the next day, I made plans to go see the movie. Yeah. And it was awesome. So I think
that's the thing.
Purely a marketing-based failure.
Yeah, they didn't market it at least to like our generation. Like if you're like a 30-year-old Transformers fan, you're not going to see this movie just based off the marketing.
I could see, older fans being off-put and not wanting to go see this because they think it's purely a kids movie.
Yeah, but the thing is with animation, I don't know, it's just been working so well. Like you see, like in my opinion, Star Wars, their best shows are animation so far. Besides Mandalorian and some parts of Ahsoka, but when we do a Star Wars episode, we'll get into our takes. But no, and then What If with Marvel is insane, and then the new DC, if you want to do another, the Batman show is pretty good on Amazon Prime and stuff. And
And so you have all these shows that are doing really good, and all these movies and stuff that are doing really good in animation.
Mm-hmm.
But then you get a movie like this, which again is phenomenal.
Mhm.
And I think they did really good for, having what nowadays is considered a small budget for this movie of only
Yes.
$75 million. Most Hollywood budgets are 200 plus million. But they did so well with such a small budget.
Mhm.
And you can tell they just didn't, they either
Didn't mar-
didn't care about the marketing
Yeah.
or they didn't have the budget for it. Because the
Mhm.
marketing is truly.
Because to be
what
honest, I didn't even know
failed this
Scarlett
movie.
Johansson was in this movie.
I
Or-
saw who was in it in the first
Or, like-
trailer, but
Mhm.
I didn't care because I thought it was a
Yeah.
kids movie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna keep it $1.50 with you. I saw the trailer on TikTok. I watched it and I was like, okay,
Holy smokes!
The kids
it
movie.
did very well with critics.
Yeah,
Again, 87, 98 with fans
yeah.
for like the,
It's-
the fan,
Everybody
It's-
loves this movie,
but nobody's going to watch
but
it.
nobody's going to watch it.
So
the
the people that
people
do watch it love
Who
it.
do watch it, love it.
Mhm.
And I saw, I don't know how truthful this is, but I saw a tweet that said that there was a sequel in development, but if this movie barely breaks even at the box office, I don't see them green lighting that, which is such a
Yeah,
tragedy.
but I think they need to do the Civil War. They
Oh,
need
that's
to
it. That's
do-
that's exactly the direction that they're going in with this. We're gonna if they
Yeah.
make a sequel, we're gonna see the war on Cybertron. We're
Yeah,
gonna
the
see
war on
all of that
Cybertron.
unfold. We're gonna see all of it, and it's gonna be
Yeah.
hopefully just
Pretty
as good,
sick.
if not better, as this one. But the
Yeah,
problem
I think it's gonna be
is
better
that-
because there'll be more fighting. Which
yeah,
is
well,
always
there's
good.
gonna be more action. There's gonna be more heartbreak. We're gonna see people die. We're
Mhm.
gonna see the rest of the Autobots introduced, which, a lot of them. There's not a lot of Autobots that we see in this. We see Jazz,
Mhm.
and we see RC in the background, but they're all there. Like if you go back through and rewatch and you pause, because all of the Autobots are the minor bots,
Yeah.
but I mean you see them all. They're all there. Everybody's here.
Mhm.
We just they just need a
The
sequel.
whole
and
gang's here, man.
The whole gang is here. Exactly.
Also, I want to say one thing before, because we're coming to the end. This is a long video, we know.
yes,
but
very long. I
my
had a lot
boy
to say on
Logan-
this. It's my bad.
My boy Logan broke down the whole movie for you.
I did.
So still go watch it. Still go
Dude,
watch the movie.
Dude,
I did not know he
breakdown-
was gonna do that. I thought we were just gonna have a discussion, but he went on a 30-minute breakdown, which is
Yeah,
good for you.
It's
which is awesome.
go see it. Go watch it. No amount
Go watch it.
of breakdown. Even if you watch like the better breakdowners like New
Mhm.
Rock Stars
Yeah.
or Screen Crush,
Yeah.
go watch
Go
that
watch
movie
it.
because nothing can replace that. Like
Yeah. No.
nothing.
Big screen.
Um,
We both
big
saw it
screen.
in Dolby. So
No,
for
I didn't
AMC.
even
Speaking
see
of
it in
AMC.
Dolby.
Oh, you didn't?
No, wait,
Okay.
no, yeah, I did. Never mind, I did.
Yeah. Speaking of AMC, shout out AMC. If you don't go to AMC, what are we doing? If there's one near you and you don't go to AMC, we're not sponsored, but I love AMC. They handed out this.
Which is a
Logan knows-
rerun
Logan.
of a
Yeah.
amazing Transformers comic called Skybound. Phenomenal. Go read it.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like a remake limited edition. Look, it's got the 40 on the back. Feels like an actual comic book. Got that old comic book. And hold on. Not one poster. Not one poster, which Scarlett Johansson poster. I got this today when we filmed this. They did not. There was a whole stack of these. These did not go out well.
Nobody
I don't
got
know
it.
why.
Nobody got
Nobody wanted these, but these Megatron, which is insane.
Mm-hmm.
All of this for free, by the way. It came with the movie ticket if you went to like the fan event, which is like, and it comes out a day early, and you get free stuff. And
Yep.
Bumblebee, they ran out of Optimus Prime Zone before I got there. There was only
Yeah,
a
so
little
they
bit,
had-
but
they-
Bumblebee.
They have posters, keychains, and in most
Yeah, I got the
cases,
keychains,
special
too.
popcorn buckets too. Oh,
We got the Deadpool ones. We got
yeah, you can see his in the background. You can see the head pool
Yeah.
in the background.
yeah.
I got the last one that they had at my AMC, so
At our,
I'm,
yeah.
I'm proud of that. So but yeah, just to
Shout
wrap
out
it
AMC.
up, shout
Awesome.
out AMC.
Yeah.
Go watch this movie, please.
Go watch it.
We need a
Yeah.
sequel. We need
Mhm.
this to continue. There is so much potential.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So
Isaac,
this is episode 3.
this
What
is-
do you think about this movie?
I am gonna give it
Oh yeah.
out of 10. We doing out of 10?
Out of 10. Give it like an 8 point something. If I'm thinking where you're going. No?
9.9, baby. The only thing
Wow.
stopping this from being a 10 in my books is it's just not long enough.
It's not,
If
okay.
it was a little longer,
Here's the thing, for a casual Transformers fan, it's not on the level of Spider-Man, like the Sony Spider-Man, like Into the Spider-Verse, all that stuff. So, and that, in my opinion, I'm a super critical person. That is a 9.5. So this movie is an 8.7, but 9.9 might be a little bit. But that's just for a diehard
dude,
Transformers fan.
all-
This movie is
all of the
perfect.
callbacks. So I didn't mention this Transformers Prime, that show, and even the movie that followed the end of the original show, Beast Hunters. That is my favorite media from this franchise. It is so good. The voice acting is phenomenal. The story and the characters are all top tier. And they brought back the composer from that show,
really?
and he made the music for this. A lot of the times,
which is very good.
yes, the music is amazing. You hear that theme, and
For Transformers
I
Prime.
forgot to touch on that. You hear the Transformers Prime theme in this movie a lot, and a lot of things that are kind of similar to it, and it's so good. But the music, I'm gonna shut up now. This has gone on for too long.
This
Music's
is
the
good,
last
but
thing I'm gonna
episode
talk
3,
about.
this movie's awesome. We love it.
4, don't forget about Joker.
Joker, I'm not counting that as an episode because that's just like a impromptu video
Yeah,
that we made.
we'll do
But
episode 3.
by the
'cause
way, if you didn't watch that, we got it all right. The
Yeah.
leaks.
he went and
completely
watched
right.
it. I didn't watch it. He did.
I watched it right at, before this recording.
Yeah.
Everything was right. It's spit and image of what we said in the movie. Yeah, thank you for watching. Go watch all our Marvel stuff that we did. We got Doctor Doom and Venom. So go watch that if you haven't. Thank you so much. What the Nerd, baby. Let's go.
Yes, sir. And more importantly, I love
Yeah.
promoting us, but just go watch this movie.
Yeah.
Any theater, even if it's a small little rinky-dink hole-in-the-wall theater,
Mhm.
go watch it, dude.
Yes.
They need
And
they need
you're-
they need the money.
Yeah.
I'm just,
Yeah.
just being honest. They need it.
all right, subscribe, like, share. Share is big. It's probably
We need to
bigger
get out
than-
there. We need to do
We
some
need-
too, but
Yeah.
come on, guys.
We need
come
to
on,
do it,
come on.
but
Throw us a bone here.
yeah. Peace. All right.
All right. By the way, first episode with a camera. I know,
Yeah.
and you can see both of us at the same time. It's not
I
just
know.
flashing screens. We're figuring this all out. My background is blurred, because the way that I have my computer set up, you can see my entire room.
Uh-huh.
Nah, you ain't getting
Nah.
that.
No.
But yes, I'm here now in the flesh, not really in the screen.
Yep.
Good to
This
be
is
here.
Lego room, bro. This is sick. All right.
All right, peace, everybody.
Peace.